Buddha in statues and artwork, having this serene, subtle smile. Okay, but would you ever imagine or think that this type of a smile would also be on a lot of Egyptian artwork? Well, for me, I would say no. I've never seen depictions like that before. Well, now we are. And obviously, if you're from this, for lack of a better word, timeline where you've always seen smiles on Egyptian statues, then you'll say, well, yeah, I've seen that before, but for me, this is new. And I would like to hear some feedback from folks as to whether or not they think this is new or not. But I think this is Ramses II. He seems to have a little bit of a smile. This guy, I'm not really sure, but that looks more like a smile than the expressions that were on the Sphinx or King Tut's burial mask. This also looks like a smile to me. And any of these images you can screen grab and look up through an image search and see the authenticity of the artwork and when it was discovered, who it's depicting, and so forth. So these all look like warm, smiling expressions. And this seems just very unfamiliar to me. I think this is a new Mandela effect, that more and more artwork depicted in Egypt is now smiling. And some of them have distinct, broad grins, like this guy. I was like, what? Is that real? Or is that some kind of a reproduction or what? But I looked it up, and it is indeed real. It's a wooden coffin from ancient Egypt. These coffins were often decorated with a smiling face, which was a common practice in the late period of Egyptian history. The smile on the coffin is not meant to depict the actual mood of the deceased, but to represent the hope for a happy afterlife. Interesting. I've never seen smiling burial masks or sarcophagus carvings. More of these smiling faces, which just seem very unfamiliar. And now they seem to be everywhere. I just saw that one video where it seemed like there were some statues that were smiling, and I look it up, and turns out there's a whole bunch. This is actually a Greek general. I had to look this guy up because that's a very broad, distinct smile. The stone sculpture of Ptolemy E. Soter, who was a general under Alexander the Great and the founder of the Ptolemaic dynasty in Egypt. The bust dates back to approximately 305 BCE. The smile on the bust is not a natural expression, but a stylistic choice characteristic of the late 13th dynasty and early Ptolemaic period. The corners of the mouth